Well, that was bullshit. показал первый генератор.
What's up, bro? All good. All right, man. See you later, bro. Oh, Wingaling Dragon is in the Project Overlord server.
Oh.
You know that guy?
Not to my knowledge. Maybe.
He normally does War Thunder stuff.
Ah.
War Thunder Sim. He's pretty good at DCS.
Fair.
Though. So yeah, the charging cable for this D-Link clip can sometimes come undone.
Oh dear.
Because it's magnet, you know, so
Yeah.
it's easy to kind of accidentally do it. But I guess it's better than it kind of like getting in the way and being really annoying, you know? Just like gets
True.
out of the way real quick if it would ever be in the way. Because I mean, I guess the reason the reason they did that is because they sell this thing on it being, you know, wireless. So if it has this annoying ass fucking wire the entire time, that kind of defeats the
But I feel like that's also only because for when it's charging, like, it's annoying.
Yeah.
Copy.
Bro, I don't know what has been going on, but lately the Moza software is just absolute dog shit.
Oh.
It's like turning on and off. I mean, luckily I don't need it for the P-51 or really any aircraft in DCS because most of the shit is like modeled into the actual module, but
think I still just use the 50. Would I go with the resistor and then use the 22? I don't know. Fuck it. I'll use an F-22.
Отказала основная гидросистема. Лог Ри-65 исправен. Отказал насос расходного бака. Отказал генератор.
Holy fuck, you guys are still here? Doubting it.
Yeah, bro.
My quick go to get steak turned into a $500 grocery shop. Plus me getting booze and a top up for my Benjamin.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Well, I hadn't done a big grocery shop in probably like 6 weeks, and I was just like, you know, the pantry doesn't really look like it. I had plenty in the freezer, but the pantry was dry. I had almost no meat left in the house besides fucking bacon and chicken.
Fair enough.
It's running well. And I just got paid. I had like 160 hours, so I had like a little over like $5,000 in the checking account. And I was like, fuck it.
Fair play.
And immediately, when I went to the checkout and it was over $300, I was like, I regret everything I just did.
God, the Moses software is absolutely dog shit right now. It's not even detecting my base.
Adjusting magnetic declination. Ready.
I can't.
And now I gotta put away all those fucking groceries, which is the worst part. Stepping outside into the fucking wind tunnel. Left my barbecue sauce outside. I had to buy new barbecue sauce. I was fucking drinking while I was grilling last night. And zoom. We got the barbecue sauce on the barbecue. It's 20 out right now.
Oh god. It's gonna crash my helicopter because it's California. Should've went into just controls. Alright, well at least that fixed one problem.
Kieran, you learned how to play C-Power yet?
Huh?
Learn how to play C-Power yet?
No, not yet, mate.
Let's go.
I had to end up taking it off of my Steam because I've got stuff that's just massive. And I hardly played it, so.
Sad, sad.
Oh, were you serious? I really actually did that too early.
Отказала основная гидросистема. Лог Ри-65 исправен. Отказал насос расходного бака.
I think I'm gonna wait till I finish
Отказал
this CBD
генератор.
thing before I get any more THC heavy stuff. This CBD thing is still pretty much full. You know what it is? I think I have like too many softwares going on or something. I have like OBS, Toby Ghost. I have OpenTrack, and then Moza. I don't know, maybe it's like overwhelmed.
Well, how's your CPU doing for load?
That's a good question.
If you check that, it'll probably give you the answer.
That is a great question. I just want to should do that. How do you check that? Oh, CPU.
Just
Okay,
entire-
it's 50%. So
Okay, it shouldn't be too bad then.
yeah.
I doubt it's the software then.
3%.
Yeah, well, that's
All
'cause you're playing
16 of the
DCS, right?
dedicated memory gigabytes. Using 36 out of 61 gigabytes of memory. Where's my RAM? Is that the
Adjusting magnetic declination. Ready.
Yeah, I think it's just the software. It's just a piece of shit. Finally got it to work. Moza force feedback in the hind is something that everyone needs to experience at least once in their lifetime. They nailed it for the hind.
Отказал генератор. Выпусти шасси. Выпусти шасси.
Where's Jake at? Oh yeah,
He's
gonna.
just fixing a mate's tire, but they'll be here soon. Or something like that.
Yeah. I just read it. They added some new camos for the hip, or sorry, not the hip, the hind.
Nice.
And the one I'm rocking right now, the U.S. Coast Guard one, it looks so fucking good.
A US Coast Guard hind.
Bro, look at it. Yeah, it's pretty funny, but I mean, look at the paint job. Oh my god, it's so nice.
They stole one. They have the right to do it.
Wait, the Coast Guard actually have a hind? What?
No, the U.S. stole a hind.
Oh my god.
I forget how it went, but basically they kind of thought it was better than their shit, or typical Russian propaganda. So the U.S. Made an operation. They hooked onto the tow hook that's on the top of it, and they flew it away with a fucking schnook.
Lol.
Yeah.
Holy aerial interference. What in the crosswind?
We don't have cheese.
That doesn't hurt me.
It does hurt you.
No, it doesn't.
Not having it does. Cheese hurts bad.
Motherfucker.
Опасная вибрация левого двигателя. Отказал генератор. Порт 1, 9, 4. Пожар левого двигателя. Порт 1, 9, 4. Пожар левого двигателя.
Oh. Fucking hell, my legs. So what are you doing in the hind then, Dre?
Becoming flaming balls of fire and then crashing into hornets.
So you're just kamikazing hornets in your hind?
Yeah. Dre doesn't know how to use any weapon in the hind besides the Fox 4. There.
Fox. I would have thought it'd be Fox 0 because there's no guidance. It's just
Fox 4,
manual.
no, it's called the Ultimate Guidance, the human
Oh
pilot.
yes, but the Mark 1 eyeball and the hand. Fuck's sake.
No, this is advanced as it gets.
Fox 4, bro.
I'm
The missile has no idea where it is. The missile has no idea who it is, what it is.
The missile doesn't
The missile
know where
doesn't
it
give a
is.
fuck what it is. The missile wants to just.
The missile's fucking missing her, okay?
The missile's fucking pissed. Oh god.
The
Fuck's
missile
sake.
has nothing to lose.
The missile doesn't know where it is. It's so good. Oh dear. That's actually really fucking funny. Oh, the missile knows where it is by subtracting where it is. Such a dumb
Missile
video.
recalculating route.
In 300 yards, turn left at 7G. Oh dear. So in that case, Dre, have you just come to the point where the thing's popped up on your screen that just says objective 5?
Yes.
Or is it objective kamikaze? Objective: survive a kamikaze.
Just
I think
Halo
Japan
Reach
failed that
objectives
mission.
survive. Nigga, there's a
Yeah.
pan right here. Sorry, I that word slips out and I get upset.
Do you know, that's the first time I've heard any American person in person, or like North American person, that's the first time I've heard a North American person say that word. I've
Sorry,
heard
the only
English
thing
people say that
there's
word. English people
there's
say
no
it. We say
pan.
it all the time.
I got told there was no clean pans, and I opened up the fucking dishwasher, and guess what's staring at me right there? Sorry, just instant reach. I didn't mean to.
Brother, there's a pan right there. Oh god, it's so good. If we hear a slap, we know what's just happened.
It's just so funny because like I call my girlfriend that every now and then. She's like, "I am not that. Take that back." I'm like, "It's your guys' word. Have it. I didn't make up this word."
I didn't do it. It wasn't me. What? Who is you? I ain't involved. Oh god, that's so good.
So she's like, "Hey, I'm not that," and you're like, "Hey, it's actually not that bad, you know." It's like, it's not.
Yeah.
Bro,
So
since I
you
haven't
get
been
to go
doing
out
it
the
now, it's
sun a little
fine.
bit longer. You can't swim, but the trade-off is good bone density.
For fuck's sake. Yeah, you can't take a bath, and if you
Dude,
if you really want to wash, you have to have a shower.
I've
But you
tested
know,
this theory out whenever I go into the water. Dude, so negative buoyant, it's not even funny. It is fucking ridiculous.
I've got negative buoyancy as well. I drown. Unless I'm actually moving in the water. If I'm moving in the water, I'm usually fine.
Dude, I have
But
to
if I
move in the water not
staying
to sink
still,
like a fucking rock. I can't like.
Bro,
I
same.
watch people tread water, and I'm like, that looks relaxing. I tread water, I'm fighting for my
fucking
life.
drown. Bro, same.
I am on
It's
the
so
edge of an
bad.
anxiety attack the entire time.
The weird thing is for me, like, whenever I'm in the water and I'm like treading water, my heart rate just fucking skyrockets for no reason. I was just having like a panic attack. Oh god. Fucking hell. I'm like, the thing is, right, I'm half Australian, so I've got a lot of like genetic, like, predisposed phobias. Water is one of them, bro. I can't even lie. I hate open water.
Yeah, the water will kill you there.
Where everything will kill you there. Did you know there's this thing called the Sydney funnel web spider, right? It's like 4 inches wide by 4 inches. It's like 4 inches by 4 inches, and it's like an inch tall or whatever. Scientists in Australia just found a new one, and this video I was watching, right? I know you North Americans don't exactly like this word, but like, the video I was watching, it was on Australian, he said, he just turns around and goes, "It's twice the fucking size, cunt!" And I was in tears from laughing. So funny. It's literally, it's like, Sydney funnel web spider is one of the most dangerous spiders in Australia. The fact that there's one that's twice the size is mind-blowing and terrifying.
That's just a G code right there.
I did not even
wanna get
pay
a
attention
jumping
to the
spider.
briefing.
Jumping spiders are cute, bro.
Yeah.
I think
no.
they're shit.
Or if I see a jumping spider and it jumps anywhere near me, I'm hitting that bitch with a sledgehammer.
They
I
are
don't
so
care.
chill, man. I've like had little bug fucking pet tanks, and your parents just kick you out of the house and like, go have fun, put bugs in it. And jumping spiders are chill as fuck,
Never.
dude. They are chill as fuck.
Bro, I'm hard coded.
Wolf spiders
of
are
spiders.
assholes. They will bite the shit out of you.
Bro,
They do not
I'm
like it when you pull them out of their hole.
Bro, my mum was born in Sydney and raised in Adelaide. I'm fucking hard-coded to be terrified of anything with 8 legs.
You guys don't have big animals there, though. That's the one thing that was like weirding me out. There's so much shit in Australia that'll kill you, but you guys got no like big predators.
Well, I mean,
kangaroos, they're
like,
all fucking like
Kangaroos will kill you if
they're more just assholes than anything.
They are fucking bastards. They will literally like come up to you and just start a boxing match for no reason.
And they try to
just,
murk
like,
your dog at any given opportunity too.
Literally.
See, that's where I would have an issue with kangaroo. If a kangaroo tried to fuck with my dog, that'd be murder.
Honestly, that's a really easy way to deal with them.
That's my dog to kill, nobody else's.
There is a really easy way to deal with them. A, you shoot the cunt.
Yeah, I was about to say.
B, or no, genuinely, because they're like, you have to do like population control. So if you get a license, you can't just go out and shoot them. Or B, if it's trying to rape your dog, you just punch it in the face and it will run away.
I've seen the video.
Square up and twat it right in the schnozzler, it will fuck off.
Oh, because it's never been punched before. It's like, what the fuck did I do?
No, they punch each other, bro. They kick each other. They like hold themselves in the tails and boot each other. Like it's fucking 300. Like this is Sparta.
Well, the issue is if it ever comes down to it, I will show the kangaroo who was made in God's image, and it will find.
Oh god, yeah, I will punch a kangaroo in the fucking face, bro. Don't get twisted. Immediately, I'll punch a kangaroo in the face just to say I've punched the kangaroo in the face.
Fuck, dude.
Hey, what did you like? Hey, what did you do on the? Oh yeah, you know, I just punched the kangaroo. Oh god. I mean, fuck it. Why not at that point? Just walk out into the bush of Australia, just find a kangaroo, just like, oi, dickhead, whack, have that. Jesus Christ.
Well, he's picking on me. She's like, put your mic up. I'm like, what? And she's like, when you say your parents kicked you outside, there's no S in that sentence. I'm like, fuck you, dude.
Ouch.
I'm like, I get it, you hate me.
Rip.
I work blue collar, it's just fucking 24/7 people picking on each other. It's beautiful. Although you gotta watch. Okay, so I have an issue. I should fucking.
Yeah.
We won't be quiet here because I'm actually talk shit about what's under me. He's half black, half white like me, so he's a houseboy. And his grandma or great grandma's from Germany, and right after Elon had this little autistic moment there, we were all throwing up Nazi salutes as a joke. Just having fun with it. It was pop culture at the moment. Instead of waving to each other in the morning, we would just start throwing up fucking Hail Hitlers. It was funny. I mean, you don't do it in a like a crowded area, obviously, but
no, you don't
know
do it
what I mean. Like
in private, it's absolutely
it's just
fine.
kind of like if there's an open lease and it's just like you and like 2-3 other people, you'll just throw it up real quick. It's funny. It's a joke. Nobody fucking means anything by it.
Exactly. Yeah.
This guy,
I mean, we used to do that shit in secondary school all the time.
Yeah,
and
it's just a dumb joke.
The funniest part is, right, one of my friends who done it is Jewish, and he would literally go around putting up a Nazi salute for like just for shits and giggles.
And it was just a justification of this guy because he said he got upset about it and he was offended, which is okay, whatever. And the reason he was offended is because his great grandma was German. I was like, I don't think it works.
I don't think that really applies.
I don't think it works that way.
Motherfucker, she did it. What do you mean?
It's like, you guys made the gang sign. Get out of here.
The fucking gang sign. Like, that's like throwing up crip outside of Bloods, and it's just like, motherfucker, brother, you made the sandwich. Don't blame me. Fuck's sake.
No, I mean, like when the other guy I used to throw the salute out with, like whenever he's around, we just do it quickly, like right off our chest, so we don't put the arm out. We just kind of hold the arm to our chest and rotate our arm out real quick.
That's almost worse. The fact that you're hiding it. Fucking hell. Oh dear.
I think it's fucking hilarious. Other people find it offensive.
I think that's kind of the thing about comedy, though. Is comedy is so subjective.
I I hate that shit. I was like talking.
Oh, were you?
Oh, shit.
no! Oh, rip.
My bad.
Run us back. What did you have to contribute?
Bro, I literally forgot it. Like, what were you saying? You said, no, yeah, I said it would be worse. It would almost be worse if you got caught trying to hide it. Like, imagine the rumors that would come out. Like,
Yeah,
oh,
that's what I
they're
said.
doing
It's like he's trying to hide it. It's like that's.
I'm like, it's all.
arguably
It's like, oh, it's only because he's a narc.
No, but if you're hiding it, it's a case of, okay, are you hiding it because it's a joke, or are you hiding it because it's not a joke?
Yeah.
There's the Aryan race thing, but still, it just doesn't kind of work. It just doesn't really work with me being in a closet, unless it's like a Chappelle skit or something like that. But
I mean, I swear that Dave Chappelle would 100% do that for a skit.
oh, 100%. I love that one where he's the blind black guy in the KKK. I fucking love that skit, man.
Yeah,
It's fucking
it's
hilarious.
so jokes. It's so funny. The thing is, I think about comedy as well. It's like, it depends on who's saying it and who's receiving it, right? Audience is everything, and
It's
it being
context, you're right.
subjective. Yeah, exactly. But I think it also depends on not just what you're saying, but how you're saying it. Because obviously, if
Yeah.
you're just, if you're literally just putting up a Nazi salute, clicking your heels together, and going, "Oh, we will bring back the 1,000-year right," that could be a bit questionable. But if you're just standing there doing the like pencil mustache with your finger, going, "Oh, Hitler," I think it's a lot different, and it can definitely be taken as satire.
Yeah,
And I think it should be. Because
Yeah,
you're
but-
definitely you're not condoning it, you're taking the piss out of it. If
100%. Yeah, I agree. But sometimes you gotta like there's
Obviously-
a fine line when it comes to like comedy and being offensive. 9
Absolutely,
times out
yeah.
of 10, it all comes from the same place, and it's all reception, like you were just saying. So what might
Yeah.
offend you might be funny to somebody else, and vice versa.
Exactly. But I think also the people that do get offended by it, I think that they take the reaction too far a lot of the times. Because like, yeah, you can be offended by it, and you can say like, "Oh, I'd rather you didn't do that in front of me." Do you know what I mean? Like, you can be a lot more subtle about it rather than, "Oh, offended, you're this, you're that, you're the other," and just take it
Yeah.
away out of proportion. But I mean, that's just me personally.
Yeah, I was this kind of sums it up perfectly. I was in the middle of a safety meeting, and this one guy, his name's Paul Matt, and he old school, oil field, whole life, grew up a fisherman's son, so he's like a no bullshit kind of guy.
Yeah.
And we were talking, like, open them? Oh, yeah, I already opened this.
Oh, fuck, I didn't
Okay.
do it.
Anyways, we were doing a safety meeting. He was talking about harassment, and he had this quick little line. I think verbatim it went, "If you have any problems with the bullshitting or just the ball busting that goes on in sight," he's like, "We're all here. We spend most of our days at work, and it is a lot easier and more enjoyable when people are having fun and picking on each other while you're here. But that being
Yes,
said,
yeah.
if you get offended by anything anybody says, one, I would like for you just to make it clear that you don't enjoy that kind of talk or behavior, and you don't want to hear it." And then right after that, he's like, "But in all reality, we're all going to be quiet, make fun of you while you're not around, and that's just how the day's going to go on." But he's like,
Yeah.
"You all have the right not to hear it at the same time." It's like, yeah, that's pretty fucking on the nose. Like, if you want
Yeah,
to
it's
put
pretty
yourself out
on the
as a
fucking
person
money, to be fair. Like,
as
I think
who
also
doesn't want to hear that stuff, but yeah.
Yeah. I think another reason why it's important about audience is, like, my dad was born in 1956, right? He's pretty old, like, he's damn near 70 now. But, like, one of the funniest things he says is getting out of the car. He's always like, "Ladies and gentlemen, those not entirely sure, getting out." Whether it's just me and him, or whether it's me, him, and people, and it just cracks me up every time.
Fair enough.
Because it's like, that's kind of like the most PC way of saying it, but also it's like entirely taking the piss out of them, and I love it.
Yeah. Every now and again, when people are like telling people to do stuff, he's like, "Hey, can you get him to do that?" I'm like, "Did you just fucking assume his gender?" And then I'm like, "Fuck off, Brady."
Yeah, exactly.
I'm like, that ain't right.
Fuck's sake. Oh dear.
Oh, I pick on people on site. I fucking love.
I feel like you kind of.
I've had people give me death looks.
That helps you bond with each other, right?
A little bit. But also picking on people. So, like, my picking on you could be ball busting, and my picking on you can be my criticism at the same time.
Yeah.
Like, my job.
I mean, you're
especially
always
now with me
able to tell
running
the
the
difference,
I,
right?
I am now. It's not a job; it's a role. And one day you'll probably advance so far in your career where you hit a spot where you don't have a job; you have a role now, and you'll know it right away when that transition happens.
Yeah.
Because you can't always say how you feel. You got to be adult. You got to use proper words. You can't be swearing on people, even though you want to fucking swear on them.
Yeah.
And like right now, with me taking over the flush by, I am responsible for 2 laborers, a water truck driver, dealing with my client rep. So basically, the way it works is I work for Extreme Oil Field, Canadian Natural Resources Limited hires a client representative for them who directs the work, and I'm expected to know how to run my equipment and how to go about the job, and he makes sure that I know that I'm doing. So he's basically like an oil field guy who's applied through the process, and blah blah blah. He's supposed to be a know-all. I'm supposed to know everything when it comes to my equipment and how to do the job, and between the 2 of us, we make sure nobody gets their faces punched.
Yeah.
But I have to be a disciplinary. So, like, I love the guys, and I bullshit with them, and I'm like, with a few of them, I'm only like 3-4 years older than them. And then their Scott packs are all covered in, their air packs or rescue packs are all covered in oil. They have no air in them. And then I have to basically turn into dad. And I have to give them shit. But then I have to let them know I'm giving them shit, and I'm not their friend anymore to a certain extent, and it's a weird fucking line to cross.
I think, but also, I think to the extent of it is like, at the end of the day, they have to realize that you're doing your job at the same time. Like, yeah, you want to be their mate and what, but when it comes to the job has to come first. The bullshit has to stop, and safety has to be #1 priority.
Yeah, it's weird though too, because
You have
like
to
some
do your
guys you
job
can
and
pick
tell
on. Some guys you can pick on is this weird game you gotta play too, because life is a fucking game. And I can push some people and get more out of them, and some people, if you push them too hard, you get absolutely fucking nothing out of them. Some people think they're smart, some people aren't smart. Some people who aren't smart think they're smart. That's very dangerous. That's one that we have issues with.
I'd say that's the largest source of safety issues ever, is people who think they know what they're doing when they don't.
Yeah, because like the equipment we use can rip your arm off. It's super heavy. It doesn't stop. We use picker units that can haul like over 800 kgs overhead. The blocks I think are good for the most I can lift in the heavy pull truck. And the only weak point is there's like a lifting hook, and then there's something called a rod elevator that we hook onto. That is the weakest point. It's rated for 22.8 decanewtons, which roughly translate to, or I would say, it's like 2.2 decanewtons per 1,000 pounds.
Right, and that's roughly 500 kilos.
Yeah, so usually a decanewton is, I'm pretty sure 28.5 is flirting with around 60 to 70,000 pounds.
So you're looking at 30 to 35,000 kilos, like 30 to 35.
And you're used to it,
which is a lot.
You see it too, and you're pulling in and stuff like that, and you can see the tension, but the reality of how much weight that's going on, it just slips the mind. It's like pressure.
Yeah.
But then you got all that going
you're
on.
like, oh, this can do this. And then
Your brain
like,
can't almost comprehend.
Oh,
it's weird.
Yeah.
But then we deal down hole, and like I work SAGD area, which is a bunch of letters that mean nothing to you, which basically means it's steam flood. So they flood the oil formation with steam, pressure it up, and then it runs to a reservoir point, which is the lowest point, and then usually that's where the holes are drilled for the pump jacks for them to extract oil. But they typically got different formations that they're pulling from. Some formations communicate, blah 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 blah. So between me and the client rep, we have to figure out effective ways to make sure that when we go to open up that well, that no, hot fluid's going to come back on us, and that's when I was talking about my BOP course there for like probably a month ago. That's what all that was about, and it was about understanding pressures and downhole bullshit and what a kick is and how to prevent it and how it's just a bunch of it's a lot of that. I won't bore you with it, but it's just basically what is a little bit down there is a lot up here because when gas reaches a state of lower pressure, it expands rapidly. So as it's coming uphole, it expands, gains velocity, and it's just the whole thing. And that's why oil rigs blow out and have these fires. To basically boil it down, is at one point they screwed up, weren't following safety precautions, and that gas downhole was allowed to travel all the way uphole before they shut everything in. And as it expands, it pushes out this thing called drilling mud, which is this fluid that they circulate up and down through the drill bit, and that drilling mud is supposed to be a calculated out weight thing, where is as much pressure as downhole is equal to the formation pressure pushing into the hole that they're drilling, and that's your kill fluid density, and then there's hydrostatic weight, so that the weight of the fluid column exerts so much pressure outward, and that's your hydrostatic pressure. Anyways, gas goes uphole because what you're putting down there does not have enough weight to keep it down or away or out, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And when it pushes drilling mud up, drilling mud isn't actually mud, it's a mix of oil, diesel, and a bunch of other chemicals, and eventually it starts rushing out so fucking fast that eventually either frictions to the point where it's getting super duper hot, or it finds something that's hot via a spark or a wire or something like that, and then all of a sudden the whole rig's on. Because you can only fucking foolproof everything so far until it eventually finds something that's hot, like a motor or an electrical motor or something like that, and yeah, it goes.
Or like someone having a smoke.
Exactly.
Yeah. That makes sense.
It's a whole thing, man. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But anyways, just to rally back to the start of the conversation, I just like throwing up Lancey salutes without getting in shit.
Yeah. it's kind of mad how the conversation went from the N-word to Nazi salutes to oil rigs exploding. I don't really understand the correlation between that, but fuck it. Why not?
It went there. It got there somehow.
Fuck it, why not at this
That's
point?
my ADHD brain going on there.
Bro, you don't go explain to me about ADHD. Had that shit. I've had that shit, boy. I'm an old hand. Which have been fighting.
The issue was, I've been marinating.
Almost literally fighting the doctor since I was 7.
Yeah, I took some ADHD pills that screwed up my, it fucked with my bladder a bunch, and then I just never took them again. And I've just been raw dogging that the entire time.
Oh yeah, when I took my ADHD medication, it was literally like medicated speed. So like one side of my brain ended up catching up with the other, but it just turned me into like a fucking zombie. It was worse, so I stopped taking it as well.
You know what ADHD is really good for? Hunting.
Yeah.
Show me something you won't notice. When you're out there and there's no noise anymore, your brain locks in so much more.
Oh fuck yeah. Do you know what else it's really good for?
What?
Hiding in, if you're in like cadets or whatever, like back when I was in cadets, we were doing like this fieldcraft thing, with camouflage and concealment, and I was literally there for 3.5 hours before they found me.
Oh, okay, this one might fucking be good. Hey yo, what the fuck happened there?
I don't know.
All the tension just dropped out of the little primer thing. You know how you fucking hit the button and the spark happens?
Yeah.
No, tension hit the button.
Oh.
I got a lighter right here, sweet. Gotta lift my mic up.
шоссе.
Are you guys skilled in the arts of barbecuing as well?
About the only thing I can cook is a bacon sandwich and beans on toast, or like a ready-made meal.
Barbecuing's not bad. I don't know how you guys barbecue your shit.
Actually, I have done it before. It's alright.
Use like charcoal. You're either that's a man card by descent right there, because charcoal is a skill to regulate temp.
Выпусти шоссе.
Hard to do. Very few people know how to do it. It's passed down art. I use a propane grill.
Fair. I used charcoal.
But what you're aiming for with steaks, it's like Fahrenheit, like 330, 350, 380-ish for a few minutes each side. Usually like anywhere from 2 to 4, depending how close you're getting to 400. And that's it. There's also an easier way to tell too. There's this fucking dumb trick that my old lady told me. If you take your hand, hold it out in front of you, if you put your pointer finger, like your index finger, and push your thumb to it, and then press like the ball of your hand where your thumb muscle is, it's softer, and that's the consistency of like rarish to medium rarish. And then like if you put your pinky down and you touch your pinky to your thumb, the ball, like the muscle hardens up in your palm, and that's like a well done steak. And it kind of gives you a fucking little cramp, because I touch the meat as I'm cooking it, because obviously my hands are fucking.
I must
you
be
can feel
disabled
the
as
soft.
fuck, because I can't touch my pinky finger to my thumb properly.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh
It like barely reaches, bro. I've not got like, I don't have like small hands, but like I'm just disabled.
Another good point to tell is if you got the heat right, the blood will start to come out.
Yeah.
On the one side of the steak, and that's always a good indicator too that you've cooked through and it's pushing the blood up. But in all reality, dude, you'll start off and you'll make 2 or 3 belts and you'll figure out where you fucked up.
Yeah.
I just recommend buying the exact same cut every time, so there's not too many variables, because thickness is big on it. Because if you got steaks that are 1.5 inches thick, they cook wildly differently than a steak that is 1 inch thick to a certain extent. I'll put the steaks on the grill and I just scrub it, and I touch the steak, and my hands are all fucking bloody, and you gotta touch this motherfucker.
I mean, yeah, no shit. Like, duh. You're just fingering a steak while it's on a grill, and then you.
No, it wasn't on the grill yet. I was
your
about
hands
to put
in
it there, and then I just looked. I picked it up. I looked at the grill, and it's still dirty from the fucking kebabs I made on them last night.
God damn it. I mean, fingering a steak is gonna get your hands dirty.
Metal kebab steaks, big investment, nice to have. Wood ones light on fire while you're grilling. Who would have thought?
It's almost as if wood and kebab
Wood burns, yeah. Who would have fucking thought?
Flammable. It's almost like the fucking wood. I don't know.
Like, cause I heard if you soak them in water, they won't go. They still do.
Of course they still do, bro. They just make more smoke before they actually light, but
Выпусти шоссе.
just using metal ones is easier. Fire.
Making the baby watch Ice Age. No, we're not
Which
watching
one?
Ice Age right now. Oh, we're watching Bug's Life, right? Nice. She watched.
So I never
Bugs
really
Life
liked.
series.
I never really liked Bugs Life personally.
Yeah, well, I'm letting her choose which one she likes
That's
right now.
fair.
Just giving her all the options. Wench! Grog!
if you don't get slapped for that,
I'm so fucking scared right now.
this is the sound of a man who is terrified.
Yes,
Fuck's sake.
please. I was scared, and then she's like, "You want a drink?" I'm like, "Yes, please."
Oh dear.
I'm not scared at all.
Did she actually hear what you said? The fact that you said it and then you clapped as well, that was that was insane. You are a brave man.
Oh no, I'm stupid. That's all it is. I'm just
Yeah, okay, yeah, there is a thin line. Fucking hell. I suppose there is a very thin line between bravery and stupidity.
No,
At least
bravery, you
on
have to be scared. You have to be smart to be scared. I'm just stupid. That's all it is.
He says as he's literally pissing himself in fear. Which, to be fair, I would be as well. I think the one time I said that to my ex, she'd literally been pissing me off for an hour and a half, so she clicked my fingers and went, "Oi, I didn't ever say it again." God.
I heard my cousin say that to